Welcome back to the Bristol Hotel. We are now joined by Kevin Kruse, the general manager here at the Bristol Hotel. And first of all, thank you for allowing us to come up here.
Anytime.
We love coming up here. We really do.
We love having you. You know, just such a beautiful spot, the different views and everything. It's just a nice place to be.
It absolutely is. Talk to us about the thought process that went into making this whole rooftop area what it is.
You know, it went over, there were 3 years of design and architectural reviews before anything even happened here.
Wow.
And there was a big push for a pool up here.
Right.
And then people talked about the seasonality, and then water weighs 8 pounds a gallon.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there were some structural
Right.
issues that they could have worked around. But then we had the idea of a gathering place for the community. And besides the views, which
Are tremendous.
from anywhere,
From anywhere.
and I'm just looking at beauty,
Yeah.
but the locals, they're looking at, oh, I went to school there.
Right.
Oh, my dentist used to be here. They're seeing
I
it.
work right over there.
Yeah. It is a lot different than what I see. But for anybody, it's just drop dead gorgeous up here. But I think the interesting thing they did up here is, on the interior, all those glass panels slide over to the end, so the whole area is all open air.
Right.
Or we can close some of them.
Right.
Or if it's snowing, we can close, or raining hard, we can close all of them.
Right.
And there's over on that side, that's probably the most selfied spot in the hotel with the Bristol sign in the background.
Yep.
Exactly.
We've continued to invest into the bar and what's behind the bar. We've streamlined the process in the menu to bring food up here.
Right.
After work, come by, get a burger and a beer.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
think that sounds so fun. And for people who have never really been to the Bristol Hotel, never been up here, what can they expect when they come?
I think somebody who's never been here from the community, this was built with the community in mind.
Right.
This wasn't to bring out, we welcome everybody here. And they're going to expect a level of, it's a great balance between level of elegance on a world-class level. Travel and Leisure, one of the 2 premier travel magazines, just rated us number 4 best city hotel in the United States.
Right.
53 in the world. So they're going to see that. But what we've done is taken that elegance and we've balanced it with down-home, small-town hospitality. Right. And they can expect a warm welcome. And when they come up here, up to the roof, and they certainly don't need to be staying here. These are people after work, or the evening, Wednesday nights when we have live music, certainly on weekends, very busy up here. We have some of the most talented bartenders. I'm a pretty basic guy. I'm kind of, I'm not champagne and caviar. I'm beer and pretzels. But these ladies that we have working up here, the bartenders, these are the most creative people. I mean, these are beverage
Artists.
And they're very creative.
Right.
If you challenge them, let me have something with gin, absolute, vodka, and a splash of grenadine. Can you make a cocktail for me?
Wow.
They're going to come up with something you're going to love.
That's going to be delicious.
Yes.
And you're going to want to come back for it. And the second time, they're going to ask you, same thing. When I was interviewing the bartenders, I just asked for some classic cocktails to make sure they had a basic foundation. So, how do you make a Manhattan?
Yeah.
And the 4 ladies that we ended up selecting, they said, well, they'd all say basically the same thing. A standard Manhattan. Mm-hmm. It is a bourbon martini, basically. It's got vermouth and a bourbon. And the way I like to make it, and they went on their different variations.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And how she can read people and say, this guy's going to want it with a little smokiness in
Yes.
it. Or...
Right.
And they're just absolutely amazing with the creativity that they come up with up here. So I basically stay out of their way.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do their thing.
Let them do their thing.
Give them all the tools they need to do their job. Not question, but support their decisions.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they actually have followings.
They got people that follow them.
When Millie is working, there's people that come because Millie's working.
Right.
When Ashley's here, we have everybody else, but Ashley will have a following.
Right.
And I think that's fabulous.
You kind of get that Cheers feeling from the old TV show.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
And we were talking before we came on. We were talking about the hurricane and everything. You want to get a message out there to some folks.
Yeah, I do. And I've personally lived in the hotel business all over the world, and I've been through cyclones, hurricanes, typhoons, and anybody that's being displaced.
Right.
Or if you have family or friends that are being displaced. We basically are giving it out an employee rate, $119.
Right.
if they bring their pets, we love pets anyway, but normally there's a pet fee. We waive the pet fee,
Right.
and we'll take good care of you while you're here.
Absolutely. That's a great thing to do. And you were talking about being a community hotel, and that's being part of this community.
Yeah, well, one of the other things we're excited about is this Sunday is the first annual Bristol Hotel Championship Little League tournament.
That sounds fun.
That's Americana at its best right there.
The manager, the guy running it, the coach, he came by and showed me the trophy that the number one team's going to get.
Okay.
And then trophy for the players. This is going to be Sunday at the East Little League Field.
Right.
And we sponsored a team last year. And so now we're going to sponsor the tournament.
Nice.
Very good.
I get to throw out the first pitch.
All right.
So I've got to practice. It's a Little League
Warm
field.
up.
It's
Warm
a Little
up.
League field, so it's not too far from pitcher's mound to home plate. And so I'm excited. My family's excited about being out there.
Well, we're excited to be here today, and thank you again for allowing us to come up here. This facility, from top to bottom, is just beautiful, and thank you once again.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime.
All right, folks, we got more coming up here from the Bristol Hotel. Stay with us. Daytime Tri-Cities. We're rolling right along.